I think it's particularly interesting because in my study of hundreds of leaders who have failed, none of them have failed to lead other people. They failed to lead themselves. If you look at how did these leaders fail, they really went off track themselves and weren't able to deal with their own reality. So let's talk about these 5 things. Self-awareness. How do you get self-awareness? You know, you can't just say, oh, I'm going to be self-aware. You have to get it through experience on the playing field. You have to get in and have that experience where you're really on the line. And the second thing then is you get feedback from people. ML describes when he was failing, he'd missed his budget by 30 million one quarter. It was 120 million. He's getting calls from Jack Welch. Jack Welch wants to take over his relationship with General Electric because ML's running the plastic business, his relationship with General Motors, and they couldn't afford to lose General Motors and the plastics business. And he's getting all this feedback. And then finally he said, you know, at a certain point in time, the third step is you need to be reflective and introspective. How am I going to get through this, and who am I in this crisis? How am I going to come through it? Am I going to hold true to my values? Because ML knew he could correct the problem by breaking a lot of contracts, but it would destroy a lot of relationships. So that's when he made this statement, that leadership's a long journey into your own soul. And I think he really meant it's finding out who you are, figuring out who you are as a person. The second thing, we talk about values. Again, I think it's meaningless to stand up here and for you to stand in front of people and say, these are the values we represent as a company. It's even, you know, not so meaningful to practice good values when things are going well. That's pretty easy. When things are going well, just stay on course. What do you do when you think the whole place may come tumbling down? We may fail. There's a great story from Narayana Murthy, the founder of Infosys, who told us a story. He founded this computer services company. It was a very computer software company in India. He'd come back from France, and he founded this company in his early 30s. And Murthy said, you know, I want to build a company that's the most, we won't be the largest in India, but we want to be the most respected company in India. And he said, you know, we're not going to pay bribes. Everyone in India pays bribes. We're not going to do that. Well, the first thing that happened is he had no money. He founded the company on $50 he borrowed from his wife. And he couldn't buy a computer, but he needed a telephone system. And so the guys coming in to install a telephone system said, we need a little money, a little payment here. You know, it wasn't a lot of money, $20 to get your phone system installed. Murthy said no. It's interesting. He waited 9 months to get his phone system. Now, as a business person, you say, that was a crazy decision. Just pay the $20. But he said, we're trying to set a standard for the company to carry on.